What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video in the street build series. And today's car of choice, as you could probably tell from the title, is the Subaru BRZ. Of course, there is also the FRS and the 86, but I chose the Subaru because I have a WRX, so I'm kind of biased. But a lot of these car parts do carry over to all of them. But here we go. Let's find out what the perfect street build is for a Subaru BRZ. Let's speedrun really quick an overview of the Subaru BRZ. It was made from the years 2013 to 2016, and then the 2017 to 2020 models got a facelift. The BRZ only comes in rear-wheel drive with a 6-cylinder manual or automatic transmission, and also has a classic Subaru Boxer engine, which is a 2-liter 4-cylinder. The engine was rated at 205 horsepower, 156 pound-feet of torque on the manual model, and a handful less on the automatic gearbox. Now, the first thing that we are going to do to spice up this car is, of course, what everyone should do first: the wheels, tires, and suspension. Starting with the wheels, this car does not need anything that is super wide, and wheel diameter does not matter all that much, and because of this, I will be choosing my favorite wheel, the Vorse TR4, in a 17x8 plus 35 offset in Hyper Black. These wheels are going to be wrapped in the Continental Extreme Contact DWS 06 plus 225x45Z R17 performance tires, as they can be slim looking but still put down the BRZ's somewhat pitiful horsepower numbers. But don't worry, we'll fix that later. The coilovers that we'll be choosing to complete this full kit is not what you would think. If you've seen my other videos, I usually go with the BC Racing BR series coilovers, but for this build, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. There is a company called Evolved Autosports that sells coilovers for the BRZ, FRS, and 86 that has gotten really good reviews from what I've seen on ride comfort and quality and stance. So that is what will be used for this build. These coilovers are also $200 less than the BC Racing coilovers, so you can also save some money at the same time. Now, the part that I am sure a lot of you have been waiting for: the power modifications.
Can I get a more power, baby? A more power, baby! Testify! A more power, baby! No low power, baby! Only more power, baby!
What will wake up the weak power of the BRZ and make this car a lot more fun to drive on the street. We will be starting this journey with the community-hated cold air intake from Grimspeed, as they also have a box for the filter and claim it adds 10-wheel horsepower. Now for the exhaust. This by no means will be a super loud exhaust, but will still provide a nice and sporty aggressive sound to our BRZ and also get some of that wonderful Subi rumble to come out. This exhaust comes from the boys over at Borla and their S-Type catback exhaust system, and I think that it also sounds pretty great too. Now, from MagnaFlow, we are going to be adding their direct fit headers to also help open up the exhaust and squeeze the tiniest bit of horsepower out of this BRZ. Next, we are going to throw on a front and rear sway bar to help tighten up the BRZ for taking on some corners, which will be a lot more fun for those twisties on the street. The sway bars that we are going to be using are the Eibach anti-roll kit front and rear sway bars that also come with the bushings, and in addition to that, the front sway bar is a 25mm and the rear is a 19mm, which should be very helpful for cornering. Some of you are probably wondering, where's the turbocharger or supercharger kit for this car? There are a lot of people that have no problems with boosting these cars, but since it doesn't come from the factory that way, and from what I have seen, I think that it will make such a large cut on reliability that for a street build that it isn't really required for, it'll still be plenty of fun with the modifications that we have done up until this point, and because of this, I will not be boosting the BRZ. There's also some other modifications you'd have to do, different supporting mods and stuff that really jack up the price of this build. You'll get a lot more horsepower, but I just think it'll add a lot more cost to this build than what really needs to be. With all of these mods, it's not going to be the fastest thing on the road, but should be worlds more fun to drive with this refresh, and also look a lot nicer too. This line of car was never really meant to be super fast, but rather stylish and sporty looking when you are driving it, and I think that these mods help to complement that and give it that OEM plus look, which is perfect for the street. With that being said, thanks for sticking around, and I hope that you enjoyed this street build of a Subaru BRZ, FRS, 86, whatever combination you want to say. As always, if you guys think that anything should change on this list or be added, please drop a comment down below. I like to look at your guys' comments to see if there's anything that you would change for this build or things that you would add on to it. Again, this is all hypothetical and also what I think from my view would be the best street build. I'm sure things can differ for everybody, but I hope that you guys liked my take on it. And if you haven't already, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe and like button. It really does help me out a lot and push my videos to a lot more people that I think could enjoy it, and thank you to all who have done that so far. That's all that I got for you guys today. Have a great one, and we will see you in the next video.